Athletic Complex here for the North American Invitational Sevens. We are playing the men's third place match here. It is an all Atlantis affair. Atlantis Black, the U18 team, Atlantis Green being the U17 team. This is going to be a fast-paced game. These guys know each other, they're familiar. It's a game for fun. The coaches wanted it to happen. We are looking at players getting the most minutes out of this weekend as they possibly can. They're moving too fast. I'll see if I can keep up. I know I can talk fast, but these players are on a furious clip. That is Fox Harper, number 5 on the black team that took it into contact. He is their Aussie, representing from Melbourne, Australia. See a couple passes out, and it looks like ball knocked on in the in goal. That was carried in by number 2, Tom Capriotti. He plays his rugby at Doylestown in Pennsylvania. So we're going to see a scrum here. This, some may say bigger, more experienced side being the U18s. We have a scrum made up of Tom. Then we have Kate Lamar from Conestoga, Pennsylvania. That's Fox Harper at the scrum half position. And then that number 3, Jaden Demi. Jaden's certainly a player to watch. He's had a magnificent tournament so far, wearing the number 3 half jersey for Atlantis right now, and his white-gray scrum cap. Also worth watching, he's not on the field at the moment, but is number 6, Royale Jones, when it comes to the Atlantis Black team. On the Atlantis Green team, number 1, Chase Shore, has been a standout. John Dorman wearing the number 6 jersey. Chase playing his rugby at West Pines, Florida. John Dorman out of Westchester, Pennsylvania. And that is number 5, Mike Weir. Mike Weir doing a great job in the middle of the field. Oh, apologies there. Not Mike Weir, but rather Cole Zeno from Rock, Texas. Cole has come in some of these games as a starter, some of the games as an impact sub, setting up and scoring a couple of tries. Right now it is the elder Atlantis team striking first with the try. Looks like a couple of ladies from the Atlantis U18 girls team helping with water carrier duties. The conversion is good, so we'll add on the extras. It's a 7-0 lead for the Atlantis U18 boys. So we'll see a kickoff here from the U18s. I called it earlier. This is a game I very much wanted to see happen in the tournament. I love the way that the U17s were playing. A scrappy heads-up team. We saw these teams taking full advantage of their knowledge of the laws of the game of rugby, so could potentially have some fantastic referees from this crew. Of course, this Atlantis U18 team, quite skilled as well. A couple of mega speedsters on the field, so tough to tackle. I think these boys eager for the match ahead. And we see a few of these Atlantis U18s pulling their jerseys up. Must be overheating with the black jerseys on this hot day. It's been triple digits all week here in Utah. A little bit cooler today, a little bit of a breeze, but heating up as the day goes on. This is a great run out of this Atlantis U17 side. And that was their number 6, John Dorman, a huge playmaker on this younger squad. So good movement out of Atlantis, a nice crash. This is again that young Cole Zeno out of Rock, Texas, wearing the 10 jersey, the big X on the back. We see Mike Weir in the number 5 jersey. It is Cole's teammate, Robert Jones, out of Rock, Texas as well, with the ball unfortunately turned over when it comes to the U17s. The U18s happy with the ability to pressure for the ball. And here we have referee Michelle O'Brien establishing the lay of the law. It is going to be a penalty to the Atlantis U18 side. So it's the U17 side. It might be going their way, but they're leaving the ball. So a one-on-one situation trying to take on Dan Bank from Archmere, Pennsylvania, wearing the number 3 jersey when it comes to Atlantis Green. And a forward pass. Fox Harper disappointed to hear that call. He had that sideline tiptoeing his way down, looking for the try. So we'll bring it back. It'll be a forward pass, but there was penalty advantage shown to the Atlantis U19s before. So we have a penalty that is going to be that number 3 for the elder Atlantis side, Jaden Demi, looking for the ball, and he certainly gets it. He's a guy that loves that loop. Another penalty to Atlantis Black. And it's nearly daylight for Sam Lohman of Pelham, New York, setting up a solid scrum. There's Demi with the ball. we see another try scored by this Atlantis U18 side. So Atlantis Black carrying the advantage, 12-0 with 1 minute 56 seconds left to play, making the most out of these penalties by the younger squad. Don't know if these younger guys perhaps a little bit intimidated by their elders here, but certainly a good match, an entertaining group to have. All these coaches and all these players sharing the same sideline. So we see Coach Doug Shore, Coach Greg Shores, Jack Foley, Biddy Boyle, Emil Cygnus, the full Atlantis crew. They would have loved to combine their teams, but the emphasis this weekend being on playing opportunities. If they can keep these groups together, U17 and U18, help them develop and come up and play more tournaments as an age group, the more beneficial it's going to be to these athletes. And of course, the importance of this third place game is getting the minutes on the board. We see a couple substitutions on. Of note is Chase Shore, that #1 for the Atlantis Green, ball in hand. He's taking on his fellow prop, Jaden Demi, in the #3. Jaden with the tackle, and Jaden with the poach, but referee says no. It's going to be a penalty to the green team. They've got a minute to do something, trying to get on the board. Mike Weir with the tap. We see him caught up in traffic, a couple black jerseys there. And this time it's Mike with no options. He's playing it on the ground. Demi with the ball, that #3 for the Atlantis, for Atlantis Black. And now in the hands of #2, Tom Capriati out of Doylestown, Pennsylvania. Offloads, it's Fox Harper, the Aussie, going in for the try, trying to center a little bit easier, make it an easier kick for his teammate. He dots it down. It's going to be a 17-0 lead for Atlantis Black, pending this conversion. Conversion is good. They'll bring it 19-0 at halftime. Atlantis versus Atlantis. We'll see if they go back to their respective sides or if they just have one giant group huddle. Plenty of action yet to come. 7 more minutes in this boys U18 Elite third place matchup.
What? Bargain.
All right, we're back in action here on Field 1 at the Regional Athletic Complex in Salt Lake City. This is the boys Elite U18 consolation match, the third place game between Atlantis Green, the U17s, and Atlantis Black, the U19s. We just saw a great carry by Chase Shore, wearing the #1 jersey for the green side, the youngins. They've got some numbers out wide, looking to take it up forward. It is the Atlantis U19s, or U18s I should say, the black side that is currently winning the match 19-0, but it's Atlantis Green with the try, so that's going to score to 19-5. It looks like we may have an injury to scrum half Fox of the older Atlantis side, Fox Harper, hailing from Powerhouse in Melbourne. Conversion attempt well struck, but misses its mark. It will remain 19-5 to the Atlantis Black U18 side. Just under 6 minutes left to go in the second half of action. As an inter-squad match, you get a little bit of an easier substitution laws here, letting the team get their minutes in, bring their players on. These boys familiar with each other, training all week. If you were to combine the teams together, they'd have certainly a powerhouse of a side. But they rather kept their younger players together and the older players. We see the Atlantis ladies coming over. Atlantis ladies, a good day yesterday, going 2-1. A little bit tougher competition today as they finished out their pool. We saw them play earlier, and this is a nice take. Unfortunately, just not 10 meters. Mike Weir heads up, catching his own teammate's ball, but the kick doesn't travel 10, so this is going to be a free kick to Atlantis. And this is a threat. This is Royale Jones wearing the number 6 jersey for Atlanta Black. He's got the speed and the golden boots to prove it. He's got some steps, reminding some of our referees of Cecil Africa from the South Africa Olympic squad.
Come on, flat.
So some good pressure out of this Atlantis U17 side, forcing. See the nice little 1-2-1 loop, opening up space on the outside, looking at see if number 8 here can take the corner. We hear the call for the pull-out, doesn't quite get it, and the offload intercepted by Royale Jones is going to be Atlantis Black ball. Saw some strong running from Brandon Boone there in the number 7 position, and he offloads to and the kick is good, extending the lead to 26-5. We have 3 minutes left to play in this third place matchup. Later today, we'll be treated to the Girls U18 Elite Final, the Girls U18 Open Final. A couple of hometown teams already booked their spots in. We have the Utah Barbarians in the U18 Open for the girls. The Utah Lions all but assured of their spot in the final with their 5-0 record. Even a loss to Play Rugby USA, they should have the point differential to gain a spot through. They still have yet to play in their final pool play matchup. We see another try scored. Correction there, whistle for time off. So nearly a try scored for Atlanta Black. We're going to see a minute here on the field. There is some lightning in the distance. Of course, player safety at a premium. We have a little conference with our touch judge. And we see a penalty result to the Atlantis U19 team. So time back on, 2 minutes and 27 seconds left. As I mentioned, a little bit of lightning and thunder, but far enough off in the distance that play can continue. We see the try now coming to Atlantis Black. And that's going to extend their lead 31-5, pending a tricky conversion kick from the corner. So we'll see a resume in play here. Just a minute and 20 left to go here for the Atlantis U19s leading the Atlantis U17s. The kick does go 10, nearly recovered by the Black. Good hands there on number 11. Reminiscent of the 15s game. Ball in the hands here of Mike Weir, their number 5. And a good offload to number 3, Dan Book from Archmore, Pennsylvania. Dan Bark, I should say. And we see the offload and the try awarded. So 31-10, pending the penalty kick. Still 40 seconds yet to go. So it's Mike Weir with a nice offload, and Mike Weir the beneficiary. And that is the game. It's going to end 31-10 to Atlantis U19s wearing the black jerseys, defeating the Atlantis U17s in the green jerseys. We'll be back in just a moment with more rugby action here on Field 1.